What's up, everybody? We're back here with the 2020 state finals preview 1 week later after semi-state. Semi-state was very exciting. We have a lot of good wrestlers moving on to state. So, yeah. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm ready to get started.
Right.
The state preview.
Let's get after it. So, as always, we're going to start at 106. And this week, we're going to start with the top 8 seeds. So, we're going to talk about the top 8. And at number 1, we have Logan Miller of Brownsburg. He's a sophomore, and he's got a 39-2 record.
Yeah, we see Logan Miller from Brownsburg. He's got a win over number 2 ranked Sam Goen, that 2-0 win. And then he's got a win over number 3 Suhas Chundi with the 5-4 win. In the semi-state, he took out number 15 Kyler West with a 2-0 win. And we've seen Kyler West he's turned it on towards the end of this, and that's always a great time to do it. But Logan Miller's gonna wrestle Trevor Toronto from Hobart Friday night, and I think he's gonna come out with that W and move on to the placement rounds. And sure. I think he's gonna be one of these guys in the finals.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so number 2, we have Sam Goen. He's of Portage. He's a freshman, and he is 34-1 this year.
Yeah, so Going, as we were talking about, he's got that loss to Logan Miller, but he also has a win over number 3 Suhas Chundi with the 3-1 win, and then he's got a win over number 4 Isaac Rubel. Both those guys are great. All 4 of these guys that we see here with Chundi, Rubel, Goen, and Miller, these guys are good. So,
there's going
to be some good wrestling. But Goen got a pin against Johnny Cortez in the semi-state finals, which we saw at East Chicago. But he's going to wrestle. Yeah, the 1 minute pin. That's a way to do it. But he's going to wrestle Coy Hammock from Tell City, number 12 in the state ranking wise. And I also think Goen's going to come out with that win. It's going to be a good match because we've seen Hammock wrestle great through the stretch, but I think that Goen's going to get the W.
Both wrestlers should make it to Saturday morning. So
yep.
Then we'll move on to our third number 1 seed, and that is number 4 ranked Isaac Rubel. He's 37-1 of Belmont, and he's a sophomore.
Yeah, so pretty much his key match is that loss to Goen, that 6-4 loss. But still, that's a good match to have. Like, even if you're losing those matches, just keeping it close, knowing that you're right there with that guy is good. Yeah, absolutely. So, but in the semi-state finals, he got the pin in 3 minutes 25 seconds over number 8 Hayden Bailey, which is huge. Yeah. So he's going to come in, and on Friday night, he's going to wrestle number 9 Evan Dickey from Cathedral, which is going to be a great match. But I think with seeing how we've seen Rubel, we've seen him compete at the Al Smith, and we've seen how he's done in those clutch situations. I think he's going to get it done and also move on.
For sure. All right, and then at the 5 seed, our last number 1 seed coming into the tournament is Bryce Lowry. He's 36-0, and he's a freshman.
Yeah, I think this one was our surprise here in this top 4. We see all these guys who are ranked top 4, but then we see he gets the win over Chundi 3-1 in the semi-state finals to get that 1 seed to move on to state. And that's how you do it. You just got to come up with these big matches. He gets the 3-1 win when it counts and when it matters. And I think that's going to, because he's going to wrestle Keegan Mallet from East Noble Friday night. And I think he's going to get that win and move on because we haven't seen much of Mallet, but we've seen a lot of Lowry in this.
Bryce got to have a lot of confidence coming in after knocking off Chundi 3-1.
Absolutely.
So then we'll take it to our 2 seeds, and that is where we'll start with Chundi. He is 36-3, and he's of Carmel. He's a senior.
Yeah, so as we've said before, he's got 3 key losses here. He's got the close match with Logan Miller, the 5-4. He's got the close match with Goen, 3-2. And then now he's got the close one with Lowry, that was 3-1. So he's right there with all these guys. He's right here. He just got to take that step and get the win. And I think he's going to do it Friday night against number 11 Anthony Martin from Western and get that win because we've seen him. Cause we saw him at Team State, our Mishawaka team, and he can wrestle around. So I think he's gonna take that W Friday night.
I believe he'll win Friday night, but I don't know how confident I would be in Chundi advancing to, we'll say, the Final 4, just because
he's going to have Goen in that.
He's proven that he hasn't been the greatest in those big primetime matches, so
yeah.
We'll see how he fares.
And he'll have Goen too to move on to there, and it's going to be tough.
A very tough match. And then at the next 2 seed, we have Johnny Cortez. He is 32-10 of Lake Central, and he's a sophomore.
Yeah, so we haven't seen much of Cortez in these big matches. He's ranked opponents, and he's not ranked, and he got pinned to number 6 Jeff Bailey in 5 minutes 50 seconds, and that's a big one. And then he lost to Going, number 2 in the state, Going. He got pinned in a minute in the semi-state finals. So I think him wrestling number 18 Cash Turner Friday night from Edgewood, that's going to be a tough one to win for him. Yeah. And I think that Turner's going to come out and get the upset W and and take care of it.
All right, so we have our first upset alert. And then we'll take it all the way to number 15 ranked Kyler West. He's our third 2 seed. He's 39-6, and he's from Evansville Memorial, and he's a senior.
Yeah, so he has a – okay, let's see. Okay, so he has a win over number 12, Quay Hammock, and that's huge. And then he's got a loss to Bryce Lowry, but he had that close match with Logan Miller in the semi-state finals. Mm-hmm. He's going to have to wrestle Jeff Bailey from River Forest, number 6 in the state, on Friday night.
That's a tough Friday night.
I think he's going to get it done. I think that's going to be our real upset. I don't know if the win from Cash Turner over Cortez on Friday night is going to be really an upset, but I think this Kyler West Jeff Bailey match is going to be an upset with Kyler West coming out on top.
All right, should be an exciting one. And then to finish it off for 106, we're going to go to our 8 seed, and that is Hayden Brady. He's 35-5 of Garrett, and he's a freshman.
Yeah, so we've seen him also wrestle well, getting wins over Evan Dickey and wins over Anthony Martin, which are big wins also. Mm-hmm. And then, so in the semi-state finals, he got pinned by Isaac Rubel, but we know Isaac Rubel's that next level of wrestler, and he's going to wrestle number 7, Joshua Johnson, from Indianapolis Cardinal Ritter Friday night. Right. And I think that one's going to be a battle. I don't know who's going to come out on top, but
8 versus 7?
Yeah, 8 versus 7. That's going to be an exciting one to see.
One you won't want to miss.
Yep.
All right, so that finished it off for the 106-pound weight class. So now we move into our 113-pound weight class, and once again, we'll start us off with number 1. And number 1 ranked Alex Cotty. He's 38-1 of Perry Meridian. He's a junior.
We've seen a lot of great stuff from Alex Cotty this year. He's got a win over number 2 Cole Ross with a 6-4 win, and that's huge right there. Getting a win over the second-ranked guy when you're the first-ranked guy means a lot. Yep. And then he got the 12-3 win over number 4 Elijah Anthony in the semi-state finals, which is another big step, taking out another great guy in a big match. So he's going to wrestle Braden Hayes from Brownsburg, and we've seen a lot of Hayes. We've seen a lot from Hayes this year wrestling, and he's had a great year. But I think wrestling Cotty, that's just a tough draw, and Cotty's going to take the W.
Cotty's proven why he should be the 1 seed, and I think he'll continue to do that throughout the state tournament. So then we'll move to our second number 2 seed, and that is number 5 ranked Lane Gilbert. He's 35-1 of Sullivan, and he's a freshman.
Yeah, so we saw Lane Gilbert get beat by Cole Ross 5-4 earlier in the season, and then he comes out and pins Cole Ross in the semi-state finals. So we're seeing a lot of back and forth from these guys, and I love to see that, a little back and forth action. That you get this one, but I'm going to take it when it matters.
It's got to have Gilbert with some confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming in
last week, he was able to pin the number 2 guy.
Absolutely. So he's going to wrestle number 12, Brock Hooper from Carmel, and I think he's going to get the job done coming in, riding that wave into state. And I think he's just going to get the win over Hooper Friday night.
All right, and then we'll move into our third number 1 seed, excuse me, and that is number 6 Logan Frazier. He's 32-5, and he goes to Crown Point. He's a freshman.
Yeah, so he's got a win over number 13 Shammer, 15-5. That's a huge win versus a ranked wrestler, and that just shows that you're kind of a next level guy. And then he goes into the semi-state, beating 20th ranked non-dome 15-2 in the semi-state finals. Knowing that you're doing that in the semi-state finals match is ridiculous. And then he's going to have unranked Ethan Riley from Jay County Friday night, and he's going to get the job done there too.
All right, and then we'll move to our final number 1 seed, and that is Trey Sturgill, and he is 40-3. Goes to Peru, and he's a senior. Yeah,
so he's got wins over number 16 Kinney, the 11-2 win, and then he's got a pin over 17th ranked Brooks in about 5 minutes. So that's a third period pin, but still, a pin's a pin.
Yep.
So then semi-state finals, he takes out number 9 Aiden Sprogg from in the Fort Wayne finals, and that's finals. Finals win. There you go. And now he's going to wrestle Doug Waters from Chesterton, an unranked guy. Him coming in. Just everybody else riding that wave into semi-state. I think if you win your semi-state finals, then you're pretty much locked in to win your Friday night match. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So we'll move into our first number 2 seed, and that is number 4 ranked Elijah Anthony, and he's 38-3, goes to Frankfurt, and he's a sophomore.
Yeah. So as we know that he had to wrestle Cotty in that semi-state finals match. Yeah, and he took a 12-3 loss to Cotty. And then he's going to wrestle number 3, Shof from Avon. Yep. Shof is different, and we're going to see him. And I think I don't know if that's an upset at this point, but I think Shof will get that win over Elijah Anthony to move on with that 3 spot.
That's tough to get a 3 versus 4 Friday night match. It's it's gonna stink for one of the guys, but we'll see who can come out on
Yeah,
top.
and I think Shove's going to come out on top over number 4, Elijah Anthony. Yep.
All right, so then we'll move to our second 2 seed, and that is Cole Ross. He is the 2 seed also in the state tournament. He's 37-2, Evansville Mater Dei, and he's a junior.
Yeah, so we've seen him beat Shove twice this year with a 6-4 win and a 4-3 win. Those both are huge matches to win, and I think those are confidence boosters knowing that a guy ranked this high in the state is going to be in this tournament. Hey, I beat him twice, so that's huge. And then he pinned number 5 Lane Gilbert in the semi-state finals too. So he's
No, he got pinned.
he got pinned. Oh,
Yep.
oh yeah,
So-
of course, because he's the second seed.
Yeah.
What am I thinking? Okay,
Yep.
so he got pinned, and he's gonna wrestle unranked Dylan Dreyer from Westfield Friday night. These unranked guys, they pull things off, but not against guys ranked number 2 in the state. You know what I mean? So I think that
He gets it done Friday.
yeah, Cole Ross gets it done Friday for sure.
And I'm pretty sure he'll be looking for some revenge after getting pinned by a guy that he should have probably beat in Lane Gilbert in the semi-state.
Yeah.
We'll see what he can bring to the table. Our third number 2 seed is number 20 ranked Nam Doan. He's 22-7 of Lake Central, and he's a freshman.
Yeah, we've seen a tough. He's had a tough season this year with these guys who are ranked pretty high. He lost to Alex Cotty 18-4 and Logan Frazier 18-1, and then in the semi-state finals he lost to Logan Frazier again 15-2. So we've seen a lot of stuff from him, and he's gonna wrestle Garrett Weimer from Garrett, who's already pinned him this year. So I don't know how this match is gonna go from Doan, but I think that Weimer is gonna get the win, knowing that he's already pinned him once this year.
All right. And then we'll finish it off with number 9 ranked Aiden Spurge of East Noble. He's 33-2, and he's a sophomore.
Yeah, so he doesn't have any ranked wins at this point. So he's going to have, he got pinned by number 7, Trey Sturgill, in the semi-state finals. And then he's going to wrestle Stefan Vitello in Friday night match from Valparaiso. And knowing that he doesn't have any ranked wins, but he's ranked that high for a reason, I think he also will get that win Friday night.
For sure. And who's your pick to win the 113-pound weight class? If you had to pick one guy, who would that be?
Well, knowing that no one from the junior class has ever won a state finals match in their 4 years. So last year had been the sophomore class, the year before the freshman class. So I think I'm going to go with Cotty getting that win in the finals to get it for the juniors.
All right, so we'll have the junior getting it done.
Yep.
All right, and that finishes off for the 113-pound weight class. All right, so we'll now move into the 120-pound weight class. We'll start with all our 1 seeds again. And number 1 ranked, Zeke Seltzer.
Yep.
39-0, Indianapolis Cathedral sophomore.
Yeah, so we've seen a lot of great stuff from him, beating number 2 ranked Riley Bettis 7-2 this year, and then beating number 4 Carson Eldred 10-3. He got the win over Eldred 10-6 in the semi-state finals, and that's huge.
Yeah.
We've seen great stuff from both Betich and Eldred this season, and him getting those wins are a big deal. And then he's
You can
gonna
see from his record, he just knows how to win.
yeah,
too.
absolutely being undefeated, just getting it done. And then he's gonna wrestle unranked Amento from Evansville Central, and he's going to get the job done at Seltzer. I think he's gonna be the guy to win the finals at this weight class.
All right. And then we'll move down to our second number 1 seed, and that's Giovanni Diaz. He's 39-1 of Wheeler, and he's a senior.
Yeah, so he lost to Betich earlier in the season 3-2, and then comes back and beats him in the semi-state finals 5-0. So that's a big turnaround. That's a big gap, losing by 1 to winning by 5.
Yeah.
And then he's going to have number 18 ranked Ethan Higgins from Wabash Friday night. And I think Diaz is also going to get that job done in that match.
Yeah, and Diaz has a lot of things going for him, but one big thing is he is a senior, so he
Yep.
has that experience, and he knows what it's like to get those big wins.
And the last shot to get it all done.
Yep, it's going to have a lot of motivation going. All right, so then we'll have number 5, Alec Freeman. He's 38-2 of Evansville Mater Dei.
Yeah, so he has a loss to Seltzer this year, 10-3, but he's got a win over number 9, Ty Haskins, 5-1. Those are both, with Seltzer, you know, he's just kind of different at this weight class, and he just, as we see, he's not losing. And, but he got the win over Delaney Ruhlman, 6-2 in the semi-state finals, and he's going to wrestle number 10, Anthony Hughes, Friday night. And I think that's going to be a good match in the Friday night rounds, but I think that Freeman's going to come out on top.
All right. And then our fourth 1 seed, he's actually unranked, so we have something new going here. He's Dominic Heath of Cherubusco. He's 34-1, and he's a senior.
Yeah, so in the semi-state finals, he's got the win over number 23 ranked Jet Boots in the 3-2 win. So even though he's not ranked, he had a good match with a ranked wrestler. let it be he's 20th. It doesn't matter. He's in that ranking. But it's 3-2 match. And then, but the thing is, Heath is going to have to wrestle Malik Hall from Maryville, and we all know Malik Hall is a stud. So I think that Malik Hall will beat Dominic Heath in that Friday night round.
So we may have a 4 overall 1 seed to start us off Friday night. Now we'll move into our 2 seeds in the 120-pound weight class. And the first one is going to be number 4 ranked Carson Eldred of Westfield. He's 39-2 in his senior season.
Yeah, I think this guy is a 1 seed in any other semi-state if he goes to any other one, because he has Seltzer in the finals. But he's got a pin over. He pinned number 10 Ty Haskins, and then he has a 5-0 win over number 11 John Robinson. He's going to wrestle number 16 Sam Scott from Heritage Hills Friday night, and he's getting that job done. This guy is different, and he's going to get that job done Friday night.
I think we'll see Carson make it deep into the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wrestling deep into Saturday. So then our second 2 seed, another guy who, is a very, very good wrestler, better than a lot of 2 seeds, is Riley Bedich of Crown Point. He's a senior, and he's 24-4 also. Yeah,
so he's got the win. He's got that win that we talked about earlier over Giovanni Diaz, but he did take the loss in the semi-state finals. He had a good match with Seltzer, the 7-2 match, and that had to be a show. Yeah. That match, seeing Seltzer only score 7 points on somebody and having that close gap. And then he's going to wrestle number 18, Ethan Higgins from Wabash, and he's going to get the job done.
Yeah, I agree. And then we'll move into our third number 2 seed, and that's Delaney Ruhlman. He's 36-3 of Bloomington South, and he's a freshman.
Yeah, so he had a great match with number 5 Alec Friedman, that 6-2 match in the semi-state finals. And then he's going to turn around and wrestle unranked Christian White from New Palestine Friday night. And I think with that match he had with Freeman, just based off that and based off what we've seen him do through the semi-state, I think he's going to get that win Friday night and move on to the placement rounds.
He's got to be moving in with some confidence, being a 2 seed as an unranked guy. So hopefully he'll get it done. And then to finish it off, we have Jet Boots, 36-4 of Angola, and he's also senior.
Yeah, so we know him. He's that 20th ranked guy who lost to Dominic Heath, who beat him 3-2. So that
close match.
Yeah, close match. And then he's going to come in Friday night and wrestle Cole Simone from Kankakee Valley, who we've seen wrestle through this tournament. And I think that knowing that Jet Boots has that loss and then Simone has been wrestling well, I think that's going to be a great match too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this should be a very interesting weight class. Not that all of them aren't going to be, but this one especially, just because we have so many seniors duking it out to, finish off on top in their senior season. So we'll see how it plays out.
Absolutely.
Finishes off for the 120-pound weight class. So here we'll kick it off with the 126-pound weight class, and to kick us off is going to be number 1 ranked Raymond Rio. He's 38-1 of Avon. He's a senior.
Yeah, so we've seen Rio beat number 5 Lowry 4-0 this year, and then turn around and beat number 9 Hayhurst 13-0. He got the win over number 7 Kaisa Montgomery in a 1-0 match. I wish I would have been there to see that when those guys battled it out, but Rio comes out with the win, and then he's going to wrestle number 15 Humphrey from Fort Wayne Snyder Friday night, and he's getting that job done. He's had a great season, a couple close matches here, but I think he's getting that job done, absolutely.
And as you can see from Rio, you can see by the scores of all his matches, he is very good defensively.
Yeah, 0-0-0.
0-0-0 when it comes to number 5, number 9, and number 7 ranked opponents in the state. So, I think he's going to continue to play good defense and also score on offense and have a good, successful tournament.
Yep.
So then we'll move into number 4 seed Stephen Robinson of Crown Point. He's 35-2 in his senior season also.
Yeah, so we've seen Robertson get the win over number 13 Allen, 7-2, and then come in and beat Aiden Torres in the East Chicago semi-state finals, and that's a big deal. Coming in, winning your semi-state over another good wrestler, and then he's going to have number 19 Cameron Toole Friday night, and I think he's going to also get that job done.
All right. And now our third number 1 seed is Braden Lowry. He's 36-2, and Ron Colley Sr.
Yeah, so we've seen him lose to Gavin Allstott, who's also a great wrestler here. And then he gets the win over Pearson, number 6 Pearson 1-0. So we've seen a lot of close matches here. And then he gets the pin over Pearson in the semi-state finals. So he's going to wrestle our own Brendan Mark. And we've seen Brendan wrestle, we know how Lowry wrestles. I think this is going to be a good match, but I think Lowry comes out on top.
All right. And then our final number 1 seed is going to be number 18 ranked Dylan Stroud. He's 39-0, so a perfect record of Manchester, and he's a sophomore.
Yeah, so he doesn't have any wins over ranked guys though, but he did get a ranked win in the semi-state finals over number 12 Birch, and then so Friday night he's gonna wrestle number 9 Hayhurst from Evansville Mater Dei. That's a tough draw there. So I think that Hayhurst is gonna get that win over Stroud to move on.
All right. So then we'll move into our 2 seeds, and to start us off is David Pearson. He's number 6 ranked in the state. He's 37-3 of Warren Central, and he is a junior.
Yeah, so Pearson has a win over Montgomery and a win over Gonzalez. Mm-hmm. Both matches, big matches to win. Both matches were tight matches, too. Mm-hmm. But he has the loss to Lowry in the semi-state finals. But he's going to wrestle a guy that we've seen wrestle all the way from regionals, Jace Alexander.
And I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know
about you, but
I know
Jace is very good.
Yeah, we've seen him wrestle great all the way through the stretch. And I think this one's going to be battle. And I don't even know who to pick, so I'm not going to put anybody's name on this one, any money on who.
Should be a good match.
Yeah, it should be a great match.
All right, and then we have number 7, Kesson Montgomery. He's 34-8, Brownsburg, and he's a junior. Yeah,
so as we said before, he lost to Roberson 5-1, and then he got the win. He got the win over number 9 Hayhurst 3-0. He lost to Rio Friday night. Not Friday night. He lost to Rio in the semi-state finals, and then he's going to take on number 14 Blackburn Friday night.
And he's got to have a lot of confidence knowing he can go toe-to-toe in a 1-0 match with the number 1 ranked.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was just about to mention. So he's going to go, and he's going to move on.
Yeah, for sure. And then we'll move into number 8 ranked Aiden Torres. He's 41-5 from Chesterton. He's a freshman.
Yeah, as we just mentioned, this guy, he got the pin over number 10, Jace Alexander. And we've seen Jason. He's a great wrestler. And then he's lost to Roberson. It looked 3 times here in the regular season. And then he lost to him again in that semi-state finals match. So it seems like Roberson just kind of has his number compared to everybody else. So he's got 3 losses in the regular season, 4 on the season, and 5 on the season, and 4 of them are all to Roberson. Yeah. So he's going to come in and wrestle Dennison from Anderson Friday night, and he's going to get that win too.
All right. And then finish it off is number 12 ranked Landon Birch. He is 42-1 of Bluffton, and he's a sophomore.
Yeah, so he doesn't have any ranked wins, and he's got that loss in the semi-state finals, and then he comes around and has to wrestle number 2 Dalton in the Friday night match. So, that one's tough. You gotta look at the number 2 versus the number 12 guy with no ranked wins and say, hey, we're going with the number 2 guy. So I think that Dalton will move on.
All right. And that is the end of the 126-pound weight class. All right, so we are now moving into the 132-pound weight class, very competitive weight class. At the number 1 seed, we're going to have Jesse Mendez, 36-1, phenomenal, of Crown Point. He's a sophomore.
Yeah, and I think we're just going to jump right into his semi-state finals match, where he gets the pin over number 14th ranked Vince Sparrow in 24 seconds. So a 24-second pin in the semi-state finals, that doesn't happen. Okay, so he's going to wrestle unranked Brody Arthur from Oak Hill, and
without a doubt, he's going to get the job done.
Yeah, if he loses, that play's going to erupt Friday night, and it's going to be crazy. So he gets that. I'm going to pretty much write in stone that he gets that win.
All right. And then our number 2 seed is going to be Matthew Kuntz. He is 24-3 of Perry Meridian, and he's a sophomore.
Yeah, so he has the win over number 4 Kane Egley and a win over number 7 Andre Beatty. Mm-hmm. And then he turns around and wins a semi-state over Luke Goodwin. So I think his season's been great so far. He's got 3 losses, and 3 losses of, what, can you complain with that at all? So, and then he's going to go and wrestle number 15, Alcala, on Friday night. And he's going to get that job done also and move on.
And then our third number 1 seed is going to be In Heath. He's 40-1 of Leo, and he's a junior.
Yeah, so he's got the win over number 11 Shelton, and then he pinned number 3 Hunter Cunningham in he got pinned. He got pinned in 28 seconds by number 3 Cunningham. So, and then he wins the semi-state over Shelton 8-1. So an 8-1 in the finals, that's pretty promising. And then he's going to wrestle number 20 Isaiah Ponce from Lake Central. And we saw Ponce wrestle in our semi-state at East Chicago. So I think with seeing how Ponce wrestled and knowing how Heath wrestles, Heath is going to get that win.
All right. And then our last number 1 seed is going to be number 6, Hayden Watson. He's 42-1 of Center Grove, and he's a sophomore.
Yeah, so as we see, he's got a win over Beatty as well, 2-0, and then a win over number 13, Holt with the 2-1 match. That had to be a good one to see. And then he beat Egley in the finals at semi-state. So he's going to move on to wrestle number 16, Jared Brown from Pendleton Heights. And I think he also gets that win, knowing how he's wrestled these other ranked guys.
What
and
we've been seeing from Watson lately has been very promising.
One loss, and I put my money on him for sure.
All right, and then we'll kick it off with the 2 seeds. And to start is going to be number 4, Kane Egley.
Yep.
He is 35-5 of Evansville Mater Dei, and he's a senior.
Yeah, so he's got a tough loss to Kuntz, and he's got a win though over number 8 Tyler Conley with a 3-2 win. He lost to Watson in the semi-state finals 9-1, but he's going to wrestle Sam Slivka from Roncalli Friday night. So I think that one's going to be a battle, and I think Egley's going to come out on top though.
All right, and then we'll have number 10 Luke Godwin. And he is 38-5 of Southport, and he's a junior.
Yeah, so we've seen him lose to Slivka that we just mentioned, and we've seen him lose to Kuntz. And we saw him lose to Kuntz in the semi-state finals. That's who Kuntz beat. And then he's going to wrestle number 13, Colton Holt from Plainfield.
I think that'll be a good one.
I think that'll be a good one. So I don't know who to go there, but either one. Yeah, it's going to be a good match. So.
All right, and then number 11, we have Rika Shelton. He is 33-7 out of Fort Wayne Snyder, and he's a junior also.
Yeah, so Shelton has a win over number 19th ranked Rashik Bonds 4-2, and then a loss to Vince Sparrow 4-0. And we know Vince Sparrow from our area, number 14 in state, great wrestler. And then he lost to Heath 8-1 in the semi-state finals. And he's going to wrestle number 18 Brad Conrad from Portage. Knowing how Portage is, that culture there, I don't know who to put my money on in this one either. So I'm going to just keep it in the air at this point.
All right. And then a guy we're very familiar with, our last 2 seed, is number 14, Vince Sparrow. He's 34-7 out of Penn in his senior season.
Yeah, so he's got a win over Ponce 6-2, and then he got beat by Mendez in 24 seconds in the finals. But what can you do when you wrestle Mendez? He's going to come in and wrestle unranked Hunter Cunningham from Western Friday night, and he's getting that win. I'm putting that one in too.
I don't think the number 14 ranked Vince Sparrow. I don't think number 14 does him very much justice. I think he's a top-tier wrestler for sure.
Yeah, but what it would have been to see Andrew Sinkovic in that mix, you know what I mean, getting the injury. I think he competes in this one too. We've seen him roll with Kuntz, roll with Jesse, and I think that he would have been promising in this tournament as well.
For sure. And that is going to finish it off for our 132-pound weight class. So now we'll bring it to the 138-pound weight class. And to start, our first 1 seed is going to be a 15-ranked Ethan Kaiser. He's of Chesterton. He's a junior, and he's 34-5 on the season.
Yeah, he's had a great year this year. He dominated in the match versus 19th ranked Rivera, getting the 12-0 win, and then he comes in and being ranked number 15. These rankings, you know, you never know, but he comes in and gets the win over number 6 Eli Hickman, 11-10.
Very close match.
Yeah, a great Friday night. Well, if you wouldn't have left early at semi-state, you would have seen it.
Yeah.
And so we're going to see him wrestle Dylan Dorman Friday night, and he's getting that win there.
All right. And our second number 1 seed is number 5, Drake Campbell. He's a Brownsburg senior and 37-1 on the year.
Yeah, so we've seen number 5, Drake Campbell, beat number 1, Blake Borman. That's a big win. It was 4-3 close match, and then he beat number 8, Ross, 10-2. He beat number 3, James Conway, 7-5 in the semi-state finals. And then he's going to come in and wrestle Lane Burns, who's unranked from Eastside, and he's going to get that win and move on to Saturday.
I like what I'm seeing out of our Brownsburg senior. He's proven he can get it done against the big guys. So
yeah, when you beat the number 1 guy in the state, you know.
You got to have all the confidence in the world. So we'll see how Drake can fare. Our third number 1 seed is going to be number 4 ranked Logan Wagner. He is of Zionsville, and he's a junior and 30-2.
Yeah, so we've seen Wagner get a win over number 2, Logan Bailey in the semi-state finals. And we know that Logan Bailey is great. Mm-hmm. And then he's going to wrestle unranked Tatini from Crown Point and get that win too.
I believe so as well. And then our last number 1 seed is going to be number 20th ranked Elijah Kachan. He's of New Haven. He's a junior, and he's 38-5.
Yeah, so he didn't have any ranked wins until he wrestled number 12 Shepherd, and he got that win in the semi-state finals. He's going to come in and wrestle Landon Bowe from Plainfield, and that's going to be a tough match, and I think that Bowe's going to come out on top.
All right. And then our 2 seeds to start us off is going to be number 6, Eli Hickman of Rensselaer Central, and he's a senior and 42-2.
Yeah, so we've seen Hickman. He wrestled a guy from our area, Droshan Lewis, number 17 in the state, and he got the 3-1 win over Lewis. So knowing that he has that from us, we're like, hey, this guy's pretty good. And then he's got the win over number 12, Hayden Shepard, 6-5. He lost Ethan Kaiser though, who also we know is great in the semi-state finals. But then he's going to wrestle Mattingly in the Friday night rounds, number 7 in the state. So
It's going to be a dogfight.
yeah, it's going to be a dogfight. But I think Hickman's going to get this one done here.
All right. And then our second number 2 seed is going to be James Conway. He's a Floyd Central, and he's a sophomore. And in his sophomore season, he has a record of 41-2.
Yep, and he's got the loss number 1 Blake Borman, and then another loss number 5 Drake Campbell.
All close matches, though.
Yeah, and but he's going to wrestle number 10 Ty Lawson from Belmont in the finals. But knowing who he's wrestled, how he's kept it close with Borman and Drake Campbell, he's going to get that win over Lawson Friday night.
All right. And then our second ranked, he's 2 seed as well, is Logan Bailey of Cathedral. He's a senior, and he's 36-2.
Yeah, and we've seen him get a win over number 1 Blake Borman as well. And then he's got a win over Logan Wagner, who beat him in the semi-state finals. Last time he beat him 17-9. This time Wagner coming out on top 6-5. So we know these guys are going back and forth. It was probably another great one. And then he wrestles Neasley, number 9 in the state, Friday night. And knowing how Bailey wrestles through these state tournaments, we've seen him in all of them. And he's gonna do great. He's gonna move on.
All right. And then we'll move to the final 2 seed, and that is going to be number 12 ranked Hayden Shepard. He's of Western. He's 39-5.
Yeah, so he has no ranked wins, and then dropped one to number 20 Chacon in the 8-7 semi-state finals match. And then he turns around and wrestles number 1 Blake Borman Friday night. So it's not looking too great for Shepard, and I'm going to go with Borman in this one.
All right. And that is the end of the 138-pound weight class. So now we'll move to the 145-pound weight class. And to start us off is going to be number 2 ranked Brock Ellis. He's of Chesterton. He's a junior, and he's 46-0.
Yep. And we've seen a lot of great wrestling from him. He got a major over number 5 ranked Orlando Cruz in the 12-3 victory. And then he turns around and beats Orlando Cruz again in the semi-state finals, 8-6. And then he's going to wrestle unranked Xander Dole from Southern Adams Friday night.
I think Brock.
Yeah, I'm going to put him in as the win there Friday night.
All right. And then our second guy is going to be number 8 ranked Jaden Reynolds. He's of Avon. He's a junior, and he is 36-4.
Yeah, so we see him get the win over number 10 Bauman, and then a win over number 17 Garrett Stewart. And then he turns around and beats Bauman again in the semi-state finals. So he's going to come in and wrestle number 13, Jake Schaefer from Carmel Friday night. And I think he's going to get that win, too, knowing how he's wrestled through the stretch.
I'm going to hold you there. I have Reynolds actually taking a loss to Schaefer, as Reynolds has a lot of these close matches, 2-0, 2-1. And I think Jake Schaefer is going to come in here and pull off the upset.
All right.
So that's my guy. All right, and then we'll have the number 1 seed.
Yes.
It's going to be Alex Vaduya of Roncalli. He's a senior, and he's 41-0.
Yeah, knowing that he already has a state championship under his belt, and he has these wins over Reynolds, and he got a big win over Lumen in the 3-0 win, and then he wrestles unranked Ethan Nash from Franklin Friday night, and he's getting that win too. Coming in as the number 1 guy, 41-0, he's getting it done.
For sure. And then our last number 1 seed is going to be number 20th ranked Alex Curry of Adams Central. He's a sophomore, and he's 38-5.
Yeah, so his first ranked win this year was in the semi-state finals over number 18, Evan Yolrick in the 4-0 win. But he's going to wrestle number 3, Anthony Poindexter from Harrison.
Not the draw he was hoping for.
Yeah, when you win the semi-state, you think, hey, I'm automatically going to the placement rounds. But then you run into Anthony Poindexter, and it kind of ruins everything. Mm-hmm. So I got Poindexter winning this one.
Me as well. And then we'll move it to the 2 seeds. Our first number 2 seed is going to be Orlando Cruz of Crown Point. He's a freshman. He's 31-6.
Yeah, so he's got a win over number 17 Garrett Stewart, and then he's got a couple losses to Ellis that we talked about earlier. And then he's going to wrestle unranked Fetcher from Southern Wells Friday night. And he's getting the job done there. I believe that is going to happen.
Me as well. And then we'll move to number 10 ranked Brody Bauman. He's of Evansville Modern Day. He's a sophomore, and he's 34-4.
Yeah, so he's got a win over Jaden Reynolds, who we saw. And then he lost to Reynolds also in the semi-state finals. That was who put him in the second seed. And then he's going to wrestle number 7, Juwan Anderson from Warren Central. And I think Anderson's going to get the win over Bauman.
All right, I think it's going to be a close match, though, but I also agree that Anderson is going to get the win.
Yep.
Then we'll move to our third number 2 seed. It's going to be Reese Lauman. He's of Hamilton Southeastern, and he is a senior at 38-6.
As we just mentioned, Juwan Anderson. Anderson beat Lauman 3-0, and then, but Viduya, he had a close match with Viduya. The 3-1 match, yeah. But he's going to wrestle Riley Rust from Center Grove Friday night, and he's going to win that match against Rust.
I actually have Lauman. I think he can make it a lot deeper than what people expected. He wrestled a very good match with Viduya, 3-1 in the semi-state final. Should have a lot of confidence coming in. And our last wrestler for the 145-pound weight class is going to be number 18 ranked Evan Ulrich. He's of Fort Wayne Carroll, and he's 31-11.
Yeah, as we see, he's got a win over Simeon Norton this year, and we know Simeon Norton. We've seen him wrestle a lot, a local guy, and then he took the loss in the semi-state finals match, but he's gonna have to turn around and wrestle number 12 Jacob Maldonado from Maryville, and we've seen Maldonado. He's been a qualifier. He knows how to get the job done. He's placed, and I think he's gonna get it done again.
I also have Maldonado, so we'll see what happens. Should be an interesting weight class, and that is the end of the 145-pound weight class. All right, so we're now about at the halfway point, I'd say, and we're gonna keep rolling, and we're gonna start with Garrett Stuckman. He's Wawa C senior. He's 16-0.
Yeah, so he's not ranked, but he's beaten all these great ranked guys. He's beat Sean Hollis, who's ranked 11th in the state, and then turns around in the semi-state finals and gets pinned over number 13th ranked Tyler Turley. And then he gets to wrestle unranked Tyler Jones from Lawrence Central Friday night. And I think the way he's wrestling this far, he's getting that win.
For sure. And then we have number 4 ranked Logan Bowe of Danville Community. He's a senior, and he's 39-0.
Yeah, so his big win is over number 2 Kerwin in that 11-2 match, which was a great match. And then he's going to wrestle number 16 Hilger from Bishop Twanger Friday night, who's ranked number 16 in the state. And I think he gets that win.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing out of Logan. He absolutely dominated his semi-state finals match against number 5 Jordan Folks, 13-3. So I think he's going to have a lot of confidence coming in, and as he rightly should. Now our third number 1 seed is going to be the number 1 ranked Bryce Coleman. He's of Warren Central. He's a senior, and he's 43-0.
Yeah, so he's got a huge win over number 6 Tice Freegee in the 14-2 win, and then he's got a pin over number 12 Cody McCune. So he's wrestled great, and then he pinned number 3 Briar Hall in the semi-state finals. He's going to come in and wrestle number 9 Jordan Douglas from Attica Friday night. We know Douglas has had a great season, but Coleman has had an even better one. I think he's getting that win Friday night. Yeah.
Yep. All right, and then our last number 1 seed is going to be Aiden Hardcastle. He's of Oak Hill. He's a junior, and he's 41-2.
Yeah, so his first ranked win, along with a couple other guys, is in his semi-state finals match against number 20th ranked Ethan Mason. So then he's going to wrestle Anthony Walker from Greenwood Community Friday night, and I don't know how that one's going to go, so I'm just going to leave that one up in the air also.
Should be a good match, though. And then to start us off with the 2 seeds, it's going to be Tyler Turley. He's a Hobart junior, and he's got a record of 34-7.
Yeah, as we mentioned, he did get pinned by Stuckman in the finals, but Stuckman has that win over Hollis, and so does Turley. And we know Hollis is a great wrestler too, but he's going to wrestle number 10 Shane Bates from Zionsville, my apologies. And I've wrestled Bates before. I know how he wrestles, and I think Bates is getting this one.
All right. And then our second number 2 seed is going to be number 5 ranked Jordan Folks. He's of Boonville, and he's a junior, 43-1 record.
Yeah, so he doesn't have any ranked wins also, but he is ranked very high in the state, and he lost to Logan Bowe, who's number 4, 13-3. And then he's going to have to turn around and wrestle Cody McCune in that Friday night round.
Cody may get it done.
Yeah, I think Cody McCune is going to get this one done, as we've seen him wrestle. And I think McCune is – I don't even know if it's an upset at this point with that win.
I just haven't seen enough from Jordan Folks quite yet. Maybe he'll prove me wrong, but I think Cody McCune is going to take the win.
Me too.
And then our third number 2 seed is going to be number 3 Briar Hall. He's of East Central. He's a junior, and he's 40-1.
Yeah, so he pinned Shane Bates, number 10 in the state, and then he got pinned by Bryce Coleman in the semi-state finals. And then he's going to turn around and wrestle Sean Hollis from Lowell Friday night. And I think that was going to be a great match. Trust me, my eyes are going to be on that one the whole time. So I think It's going to be a great match, but I think Hall's going to come out on top.
All right. And then our last 2 seed for the 152-pound weight class is going to be number 20 ranked Ethan Mason. He's of Tri-Central. He's a senior, and he is 37-2.
Yeah, so he has a win over Cody McCune, who we were just talking about. And then Friday night, he's going to have a tough one wrestling number 2 Kerwin from Floyd Central. And I think that, I think Kerwin's going to get it done in that one.
Yeah, I can't argue with you there. All right, and that is the end of the 152-pound weight class. All right, so now we are moving into the 160-pound weight class. And to start us off is going to be number 7 ranked Noah Holland-Donor. He's of Crown Point. He's a senior, and he is 37-4.
Yeah, so we seen him get a win over 8 ranked Ashbury. And then he turned around and beat AJ Steinbeck, a local guy here, 3-2 in the semi-state finals. And Friday night he's going to wrestle number 16, Morset from Eastern, and he's going to get that win.
All right. And then we're going to move to our second number 1 seed, and that is going to be number 1 ranked Eli Dickens. He is of Evansville, Mater Dei. He's 37-2 in his senior year.
Yeah, so I had wrestled Eli Dickens earlier in the season. It was not the funnest match I've ever had in my life. So he beat number 3 Elliot Rogers 3-2, and then turned around and beat number 6 John Purdy 6-2. He's going to wrestle number 14th ranked Damon McLean from Warren Central, and I believe also that with no question he's getting that win.
Me as well. Our third number 1 seed is going to be number 3 ranked Eli Rogers of Cathedral. He's a senior, and he's 38-3.
Yeah, so as we talked about how Jesse Mendez got the pin in the semi-state finals match that fast, we're going to talk about how Rogers got a tech fall in the finals match that quick.
In just 2 periods.
Yeah, so in a semi-state finals match, getting a tech fall that quick, and then he's going to turn around and wrestle unranked Sam Schroeder from Southridge Friday night, and he's getting that win.
He's going to get done. Yep, for sure. And then our last number 1 seed is going to be Isaiah Levitz.
Levitz,
yep. Of Prairie Heights Senior. He's 40-0.
Yeah, so he got the win over Elliot Rogers, who we just talked about, and then he got the win over Jackson Pettigrew in the semi-state finals. 2 very highly ranked guys and 2 very big wins there. And then he's going to turn on and wrestle number 17, Nick Winland from Chesterton, and he's getting that win also.
I like what I've seen on Isaiah. I think he is going to have a good tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll kick it off with some 2 seeds, and to start is going to be our local guy, AJ Steinbeck. He's of Penn. He's a freshman, and he is 26-7.
Yeah, so he's got the tough loss to Holland Donor from in the semi-state finals match.
3-2 though,
yeah.
Very close match.
So he's going to turn around and wrestle number 10, Jed Perry from Southern West Friday night. And don't be surprised when this guy gets the win, AJ Steinbeck. And I know he's a local guy. I'm not even going to call it a bias. He's getting that win.
All right. And then our second 2 seed is going to be Peyton Asbury. He's of Brownsburg. He's a senior, and he's 36-6.
Yeah, so we see he has win over 14 ranked McLean, and then he had Dickens in the finals match. So that's a tough one to have. And he's going to wrestle number 4, Cooper Knorr from Greenfield Central Friday night. And I think that was going to be a battle, so I'm going to leave that one up in the air.
All right. And then we'll move to number 15 ranked Andrew Roth of Lawrenceburg. He's a senior, and he's 43-2.
Yeah, so he doesn't have any ranked wins this far. And he was teched by Elliot Rogers in the semi-state finals. And then he turns around and wrestles number 11th ranked Sam Morrell from Columbus East. Yeah. So I think it's good. I think the season's going to come to an end there Friday night, and Morrell's going to get that W.
Yep, for sure. I think the same. And then our last 2 seed is going to be number 5 ranked Jackson Pettigrew. He's of Columbia City. He's a senior, and he's 35-2.
Yeah, so he doesn't have any ranked wins either on the season, but he's still ranked number 5 in the state. He lost to Levitz 10-1 in the finals, but he's going to come and wrestle Jacob Linke from Warsaw Friday night. And we've seen a lot of Linke, and I don't know who I'm going to put. I'm going to leave this one up in the air too, because I know Linke is not a ranked guy, but how he wrestles is just very defensive and very a muscle-based wrestling. So I think it's going to be a great match.
I'm going to hit you with the bold statement, and I'm going to say that Jacob Linke is going to take the Friday night win against Isaiah Jackson Pettigrew. I think he's going to get the job done.
Okay.
All right, so there's my prediction, and that is the end of the 160-pound weight class.